Hello, welcome to FightCore USA.
Do you want to know which striking art is one of the most influential in all of combat sports? Then stick around because today we'll talk about Dutch kickboxing. Kickboxing originated from various martial arts, including Muay Thai, Karate, and Taekwondo. However, there are many different styles of kickboxing, and out of all of them, Dutch kickboxing is considered the best and most effective. What makes Dutch kickboxing so popular and effective? Let's find out. But before we do that, remember to give us a thumbs up and a quick click on our subscribe button to get more videos like this one. Thanks. Wow. Now back to the lesson. We will go over 4 key points that make Dutch kickboxing so great. There are many different styles of kickboxing, but Dutch kickboxing stands above all of them. Why is it better than the rest? Because it's the only style that combines Eastern and Western fighting methods. Most people don't know that the founder of Dutch kickboxing, Semi-Schilt, was actually inspired by Japanese Kyokushin karate and Bruce Lee's style of kung fu, but later he added Western boxing rules and techniques to make it into what we know today as Dutch kickboxing. It's an excellent mix of karate and boxing. In fact, many professional kickboxers train both sports simultaneously. So if you learn Dutch kickboxing, you won't have to train 2 different arts. One style will suffice. In essence, you can say that it's a full contact combat sport. Fighters can strike with their hands and feet, and they are not allowed to use any protective gear. That means that it's a full contact sport just like MMA. In fact, many MMA fighters specialize in kickboxing because it's one of the most effective striking styles. And as we mentioned earlier, it's a combination of karate and boxing. Karate is great for stand-up fighting, and boxing is great for close-range fighting. So it's a perfect combination. No? 2. You may be thinking, why should I learn Dutch kickboxing when I can learn Muay Thai or These arts have been around longer and have a greater following. Well, to answer that question, let us take a look at some of the greatest champions in kickboxing history and see how they fight. The first fighter is Rico Verhoeven. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. Here you can see that he utilizes a lot of karate techniques such as the front kick. He also uses a lot of Western boxing techniques such as the jab and the uppercut. Look at how he throws a powerful front kick followed by a vicious uppercut. That's typical of a Dutch kick. Next, we have another great fighter, Per Hardy. He is known for his KO power. And here you can see him throw one of his favorite weapons, the spinning wheel kick. This is something that you won't see in Muay Thai or Taekwondo. In fact, this kick is illegal in Muay Thai and Taekwondo competitions because it's too dangerous. But in Dutch kickboxing, anything goes, as long as it's not a foul. So this is why Dutch kickboxing is considered a more brutal art form than other combat sports. Now let's watch one more time Rico Verhoeven throwing a vicious spinning back kick. If someone gets hit by that kick, they will probably faint. These are just some of the most devastating techniques that you can master if you learn Dutch kickboxing. No. 3. Most people think that Muay Thai is the most brutal style of fighting, but they are wrong. Muay Thai fighters use 8 weapons in their arsenal, whereas Dutch kickboxing fighters use 10. In Muay Thai, fighters can attack with their fists, elbows, knees, and feet, while in Dutch kickboxing, Fighters can attack with their fists, elbows, knees, feet, and headbutts. Headbutts are illegal in Muay Thai and Taekwondo, but they are allowed in Dutch kickboxing. So if you want to be a well-rounded striker, then Dutch kickboxing is the best choice. Here you can see an example of a fighter using a headbutt to knock out his opponent. Of course, you will rarely see this technique used in a real fight because it's very risky. But it's always good to know how to defend yourself against the headbutt. And that's one of the reasons why you should learn Dutch kickboxing. You will learn how to defend yourself against dangerous techniques that are legal in some organizations but illegal in others. Overall, this fighting style is much more realistic than other styles because it allows more technique. Number 4, out of all kickboxing organizations, only one of them allows knee strikes, and that's Glory. All the other organizations, including IDCA, WACO, and Super Bowl, forbid knee strikes. This is why many kickboxers focus on other striking arts like Muay Thai, but in Dutch kickboxing, you will learn knee strikes and elbow strikes. As you saw earlier, Rico Verhoeven often utilizes the knee when he fights. And here's another great fighter who is known for his aggression, Alex Pereira. Watch how he comes forward, throwing a barrage of punches and knees until his opponent falls. Honestly, this is a scary sight. No one wants to be on the receiving end of those knees. Many people think that Muay Thai is the most aggressive style of fighting, but that's not true. Muay Thai fighters rely mostly on their elbows and knees. But in Dutch kickboxing, fighters use everything to attack their opponents. You will learn how to attack with vicious combinations of punches and kicks. And if your opponent gets tired, you can finish him off with powerful knee and elbow strikes. Over the years, many fighters have tried to do what Alex did to his opponent. And here's another one. Watch how Cyril Hobbit Bull knocks out his opponent with a spinning kick. And here's another one. Look at how Rico Verhoeven throws kick after kick until his opponent finally falls. And these are just some examples of how powerful Dutch kickboxing can be. With this style, you will learn how to attack your opponent with a high volume of strikes. And if you master this, then you will be a force to be reckoned with. And now we present to you a special bonus. Did you know that Dutch kickboxing has heavily influenced the striking game in MMA? Nowadays, most MMA fighters come from a kickboxing background rather than a sambo or judo background, as was the case in the early days of the UFC. And the reason for this is simple. Boxing and kickboxing are much more effective than wrestling and judo for 2 reasons. First, they are more exciting to watch. And second, they're more efficient. Over the years, fans have complained about boring MMA fights, where the athletes spend the entire time in the clinch or on the ground. And this is one of the reasons why the UFC has implemented the new rule where fighters must be active or they will be deducted points. Back in the day, fighters could tie each other up and just wait for the decision. But now that's not the case. To win the fight, you must be aggressive and throw strikes. And this is where kickboxing comes in. With this sport, fighters must constantly attack, or else they lose the match. And the same goes for MMA. Fighters must be active or they will be penalized. So if you want to become an MMA fighter, then learning kickboxing is a must. In conclusion, we would like to say that Dutch kickboxing is one of the most beautiful yet brutal striking arts. It is highly effective and has heavily influenced the striking game in MMA. If you want to be a striker or you want to start an MMA career, then you should consider learning this art. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and support us by clicking the link in the description below.
Okay guys, thank you for watching my videos.